Okay, welcome to the Wingecarribee Local Traffic Committee meeting for the 3rd of July, 2025. My name's Michael Rayner. I'm the Senior Traffic Engineer here at Council. I will introduce our voting members. So from Council, we have Michelle Bullock, who's Acting Manager of Assets. Transport for New South Wales, we have Michelle French. From representative for the member of Goulburn, Catherine Woods, and representative for New South Wales Police is Chief Inspector Brendan Burney. I'll start with the acknowledgement of country. Wingecarribee Shire Council acknowledges the Gundungurra and Dharawal people as the traditional custodians of this land. I pay my respect to traditional custodians, their ancestors who cared for this country for many thousands of years, and their elders and descendants who continue to care for country. I would also like to extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, including those here today. Today we have one apology, and that is the representative for the member of Wallandilly, Ben Benesic. Confirmation of the minutes for the previous meeting. I think we're all okay with that. And declarations of interest. Does anybody have any interest in these particular declarations of interest, I should say? Okay. So the first part of the Traffic Committee is public participation. This is an open session, so people from the public do have the option to speak to any item on the agenda. I'll run through the agenda and then call up speakers as we get to that item. First item, 6.2, is the signage and line marking plans for the Stage 2 of Ashbourne development in Mossvale. Item 6.3, we have nobody to speak to that item. Item 6.3, the intersection of Camden Street and Park Street, Winslow, for a proposed give way restriction. We have nobody to speak to that item. Item 6.4, Bessemer Street, Mittagong Road reconstruction, the signs and line marking plan. We have nobody to speak to that item. Item 6.5, the Street Feast event for 2025 at Bonbon Picnic Racecourse. We have no speakers for that. And item 6.6, the channelized right turn lane for the subdivision at 267 Bundanon Road at Exeter. And we do have a speaker for that, for Alistair Carpenter. So Alistair, if you'd like to come up and present. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I think we're probably all well aware of the history of this matter. I've just got some quick notes. What we have, or what I've done, is I've spoken to, obviously know the neighbours because we live down the end of the road, and I've also spoken to Eva and that, and I think that they might have also written letters or spoken, because we've all been having a fairly good discussion, which has been really positive and great. But my wife and I were born and raised in Southern Highlands. We've been here since the 1800s, and we reside in the old house down the end of the driveway. As you're aware, this matter continues to seek approval and finalisation of the access to where we live. By way of history in this matter, during the approval process, discussions were held both between the council engineering experts and only the ability to have a right-hand turn under a BAR on a two-lane rural road, allowing access to the subject property, was discussed. And then, obviously, during the process, this became a legal discussion, and personally, I was removed and from the discussions with and so a council, and it became a matter between the two solicitors. The traffic safety audit was prepared and suggested that an alternate solution away from the current intersection was put forward as opposed to the BAR, which was not deemed suitable. Both the traffic consultants during the process suggested either Ringwood Lane or the water filling station as a safe turnaround. Ultimately, approval was granted using the Ringwood Lane back in December 23, sorry. Following this, and seeking a Section 138 approval at Ringwood Lane was an option, and this was not recommended, and therefore we were asked to revert to the alternate solution, which was a water filling station. Obviously, the history we know that didn't go ahead. The new construction of the current 138 works at the cul-de-sac has been really good for us and the neighbours. It's made life a lot simpler, especially I've got 2 young daughters who are driving, so I'm pretty paranoid about that sort of situation. So it's been amazing. It's actually raised the road, and you can see a lot further both site distances to the north and to the south, heading to Bunanoon or back into Mossvale. Sorry, I shouldn't say Mossy, a bit of a local. This is obviously has then allowed the option to consider a right-hand turn bay, which was never considered before. And all I'm saying is it seemed very, very obvious from my perspective, and it's sort of it was seemingly obvious, which will then it will obviously push the intersection back. I'm sure you've all seen the plans and gone through it. And from my wife and my perspective, it improves safety in both leaving the site and coming into the site. The implementation of the turning bay, I'm advised, is for a greater traffic flow, although given the nature of what it is, this is by far the most sensible and safest option put together. In proposing the above construction and relocation of the entry points, this has had a significant benefit to us for the safety, and the benefit has already been completed with these works discussed earlier. The inclusion of the right-hand turn bay makes this a safe movement, for which is significantly improved on what has originally been occurring before we actually even built the initial cul-de-sac. With appropriate signage and the speeds and everything else that's been put to the committee and the drawings and the traffic impact assessment, I suppose I just hope that we can get our home, that's all. So we're pretty desperate to have our house. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Alistair. So that's all the items on the agenda for today. We'll go into closed session and discuss the items and go back onto live stream after we've done that, and I will read out the recommendations. Thank you. Let's start at 6.2. Yeah. Okay. So we're back from our closed session, and I'll read out the recommendations for these reports. So item 6.2, 141 Yarra Road, the signage and line marking for stage 2 of Ashbourne Estate. This recommendation is as per the officer's recommendation, and that is that the proposed traffic signage and line marking plans designed by Beveridge Williams Development and Infrastructure Consultants, plan number 18001, drawings number 350, 351, 352, 353, and 354 for stage 2A and 2B of Ashbourne Estate, DA 23/1226 at 32 Lavelle Street and 141 Yarra Road, Mossvale, be recommended for approval. That received unanimous support. Item 6.3, the intersection of Camden Street and Park Street, Wingelow, proposed give-way restrictions. This one is also as per officer's recommendation, that the following signage and line marking arrangements be recommended for approval. Number 1, the installation of give-way signs on both sides of Park Street at the intersection of Camden Street, Wingelow. The installation of TB and TB1 lines on both sides of Park Street along the curb line in conjunction with give-way signs. And number 3, the installation of 10-metre double unbroken central barrier lines markings in Park Street on the north side. That received unanimous support. Item 6.4, the Bessemer Street Mittagong signs and line marking. This is as per the officer's recommendation, that the following proposed parking changes shown in Wingecarribee Shire Council Design Plan number 2432 be recommended for approval. The existing 44-metre no parking zone be removed and replaced with no stopping zone on the east side of Bessemer Street near to Barrel Road, Mittagong. Number 2, the existing no parking restriction on both sides of Regent Lane be removed and replaced with no stopping restrictions. And number 3, all existing line markings, including keep clear and pavement arrows, will be repainted after the completion of the pavement restoration works in the section of Bessemer Street. That received unanimous support. Item 6.5, the Street Feast event for 2025 at Bonbong Picnic Racecourse. This has been changed from the officer's recommendation. The recommendations are that the implementation of the traffic guidance scheme designed by Crown Traffic Services for Street Feast to be held at Bonbon Picnic Racecourse at 460 Kangaloo Road, Barrel, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the 15th of August 2025 be recommended for approval. And number 2, that the no parking signs be changed to no stopping signs from 200 metres east of the eastern exit driveway to 200 metres west of the western exit driveway. That received unanimous support. Item 6.6, channelized right turn for the subdivision at 267 Bundanon Road, Exeter. This is as per the officer's recommendation, that the short channelized right turn, the CHRS arrangement designed by Civil Development Solutions, design plan number 2123 CD03 at 267 Bundanon Road, Exeter, be recommended for approval. And number 2, that the line marking plan for the subdivision at 267 Bundanon Road, Exeter, designed by CJP Consulting Engineers, drawing number 22071-D01-V9, be recommended for approval. That received unanimous support. And that's all the items and all the recommendations. The date of the next meeting is Thursday, the 11th of September 2025 at the Council Chambers at Mossvale, to be held at 10 a.m. I'll close the meeting. Thank you.